And turning now to continuing coverage of the tension in Europe, U.S. officials continue to seek a diplomatic solution as a full-scale invasion of Ukraine looms from Russia. ABC's Monica Sarabdi is reporting tonight.
As the threat of an imminent Russian invasion of Ukraine looms, President Joe Biden met with his national security team on Sunday. Many recently returned from Europe after reassuring allies and doubling down on the consequences for Russian President Vladimir Putin if he attacks Ukraine. U.S. officials tell ABC News they believe Russian tactical commanders have been given orders to plan to invade. The New York Times reporting that U.S. intelligence officials learned the Kremlin gave the order to attack last week, which prompted President Biden to say he's convinced that Putin made the decision to invade.
The U.S. believes that Putin has told his tactical commanders to be prepared, to move into position ready to conduct an attack. That's very different from Putin making the actual decision and saying, "You will attack."
More than 150,000 Russian troops are thought to be amassed along three sides of Ukraine. One U.S. official tells ABC News that number could be as high as 190,000. U.S. officials claim 50% of those forces are in attack positions.
If he employs that kind of combat power, it will certainly create enormous casualties, within the civilian population.
Heavy shelling continued in eastern Ukraine. Russian-backed separatists facing off against Ukrainian troops. The rebels making unsubstantiated claims of attacks by government forces amid fears this could be used as justification for a Russian invasion. Diplomatic efforts continue. French President Emmanuel Macron spoke with Putin for nearly 2 hours on Sunday. Macron also had a conversation with Ukrainian President Zelensky before speaking with Biden. According to the White House, President Biden will speak with transatlantic leaders tomorrow to discuss continued efforts to pursue deterrence and diplomacy. Monica Sarabdi, ABC News, New York.